For medieval science is in a fog of superstition and ignorance. Guy de Chauliac is surgeon to Philip VI, King of France, as well as Pope Clement VI, who resides in Avignon, in southern France. Renowned for his great intellect, he has been trained by the best physicians in Europe at the monastery in Montpellier. His techniques, like bleeding with leeches, are all designed to restore balance to the body.
There actually were medical theories about the balances of elements, about what kind of balance the body needs in order to stay healthy. And the plague, from a medical point of view, was seen above all as a reversal of all the normal balances.
Coincidentally, an unusual alignment of planets directly precedes the outbreak. To the medieval mind, it is the obvious explanation for what's happening.
The conjunction of the three planets, Jupiter, Mars and Saturn, that created noxious vapours within the air. And it was these noxious vapours that interacted with the individual constitution that caused somebody to succumb to the plague.
This was the miasmatic explanation, or that the plague came from a miasma, an evil vapor. And I should emphasize that these explanations were not new. They were very old.
Being old, these theories are also deeply entrenched, and so it is difficult for the medical community to depart from this way of thinking. But away from the intellectual theorizing of the courts, the common people have a more simple explanation for the plague. They've been brought up to believe that, like blessings, curses all ultimately flow from God.
In the Middle Ages, the entire logic of the relationship between God and the world involved God's punishing the world when the world sinned.
The punishment is well deserved, according to contemporary Italian chronicler Gabriele de Musis.
Almighty God saw the entire human race wallowing in the mire of manifold wickedness, enmeshed in a wrongdoing, pursuing numberless vices, drowning in a sea of depravity because of a limitless capacity for evil.
We now know that it was not sin or evil that brought on the Black Death. It was a contagious disease. But the evidence offered by contemporary chroniclers is, some historians and scientists argue, inconclusive. 600 years on, the cause of the Black Death is still debated.
What the key question becomes is how those diseases become transmitted and propagated, and what is it in society that enables a set of different causes of death to emerge at one point in time.
For more than a century, the main theory has been that the Black Death was caused by bubonic plague. Caused by a bacterium called Yersinia pestis, it is carried in the stomach of fleas and requires a very particular environment to flourish. Medieval Europe appears to fit the bill.
Urban centers, garbage on the streets, tremendous milieu in which to breed huge rat populations. And with those huge rat populations, huge flea populations.
A single flea bite injects the victim with the Yersinia pestis bacteria. They quickly multiply in the lymph nodes, which are filled to bursting by the infection. Once released into the bloodstream, the bacteria attacks the organs, causing internal hemorrhaging. And there is another, even deadlier form of the disease that kills 95% of those infected. It's called pneumonic plague, and it doesn't need a rat or flea to get around.
In some instances, the bacteria will go to the lungs and lodge there and begin to proliferate.